This is not the first time that someone has done something like this to me. This is not the second time that someone has done something like this to me. This is the third time in the time that I've been a YouTuber that someone has done something like this to me. That they maliciously got control of something they should not have control of, and they took money away from me, or they did something that was not authorized, or, you know what I mean? This is the third time. So, yeah, if this were the first time, I'd probably be absolutely freaking out. But number 3, you kind of don't feel that, you know what I mean? Like, so that's the deal, you know? And it sucks that this is just a fact of life for me now, you know? I mean, you might say, well, is it ever going to get better? I don't know, because here's the thing. I have done as much as I feel like I can, and I am still trying on a daily basis to improve myself and to be a better person. I understand that I am flawed. I understand that I make mistakes, right? I fly off the cuff. I have rage. I have anger issues sometimes. Sometimes I'm disrespectful to a fan or a viewer. Sometimes I'm just outright disrespectful to a troll, which I think they deserve, but obviously I should be better than that, right? A lot of people say I act ungrateful sometimes, or I ask for too much from my audience. You know, there's many things that I feel like over time I can still improve on. I'm definitely not perfect, but I do feel that I have improved. I've done the internal searching work. Since I met Kat, I feel like I've become a better person, right? So the question is, what else can I really do? Because it seems like the people who have issue with me have issue with old Phil, or, you know what I mean? These weird oddball things that become these obsessions for them, and that's why they don't like me. But it has nothing to do with me or my content or anything I put out on the internet. It's just these weird obsessive circles of hate and weirdness. Because that's the thing. There's a difference between, okay, it's like hatred against someone because they did something really vile, right? But I'm not a political guy. I'm not a religious guy. Like, I don't even talk about the things that you would think would be incredibly polarizing. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. I don't understand, like, because will it ever get better? I want it to get better. I want it to the nonsense to really stop at this point, because it's to the point where it's getting dangerous, you know, this stuff. And you have to hope, right? You have to hope that it will get better, all right? But I don't know if it will, because I'm not controlling it anymore. These actions that are happening to me are not a direct result of me doing something heinous, right? It wasn't like last week I went on stream and I had a racist tirade against people, and people are, wow, that guy's a disgusting racist, let's get him. That didn't happen. Nothing like that ever happens. It's the opposite. It literally is the polar opposite of that. My streams are tame, right? People say, well, Phil's actually not that interesting of a guy. Much more interesting to talk about, you know, Wings or Boogie or someone else. He's just not that interesting to talk about. When you say that, I take that as a compliment, because I don't want to be a drama guy that's all anyone talks about. I would rather sit here and relax with my audience and have tame days, enjoy games, laugh at fails, laugh at rage, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be virally popular. I don't need to be Mr. Drama, to be in the news that every YouTuber is talking about and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't care about that shit. So it really disturbs me that I have nothing to do with any of that, yet I've got situations like this happening. And at some point, you know, people ask me legit questions like, Phil, you're now in your 40s. You ever think about having kids? Having kids? Are you insane? Look at what happens just to me and my family, my direct family, being harassed constantly, stalked, attacked at every turn. And now you think I should have kids? How irresponsible would it be for me to have a child and put them into the situations that I am in? What did they do to deserve that? Right? That's not a choice that they made. That would be something they're forced into, a life of drama. You know what I mean? Like, why on earth? You know? So, It shouldn't be. When you think about that, like, whoa, that shouldn't be a consideration. You're right, it shouldn't. But it is. It absolutely is. I got to think about things fairly and logically. It's like, I can't have a kids and stuff. How could I? How could I ever have that? And that's fucked up to think that way, but that's how I have to think. You know? It's really messed up, man. So, that's what I mean. Like, I just want to be left alone with my audience to do the content I do. I don't want to be involved in the hate circles and the drama circles. I stay out of them on purpose. Yet, the internet just seems to have lashed its claws into me because I've been around for so long, because I used to be a more polarizing figure over a decade ago, and they just never let go. I have become like the whipping boy of the internet. So, it's easy to just make fun of Phil. It's easy to just, make the meme about him, make the joke about him, make the crack about him. So now, do we see the end result of that? When I become the butt of every joke, even though I'm not doing anything that's wrong or polarizing, I'm not even pissing anyone off, you get people like this crazy person at Comcast who thinks it's okay to mess with me like this because everyone on the internet doesn't like me. Do you understand? It's direct cause and effect. Can we look at this situation now from a big picture perspective? And can we say, wow, the reasons Phil's life is fucked up is because everyone just constantly makes fun of him, even though he's not doing anything to cause it. And because of that, now there's legit thousands of people on Earth that hate his guts and might hurt him. At what point do we think it was just okay to act like this and do this constantly? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it shouldn't have ever been allowed. YouTube should have never allowed this bandwagon mentality of drama, conspiracy, hatred, bullying. That's the word for it. That 100% is the word for all of this. It became monetized bullying. And that should not be allowed anywhere. It shouldn't be on YouTube. It shouldn't be on Twitch. It shouldn't be on any social media sites. There should be no monetized bullying at all. Okay? And it is messed up that they have turned it into an almost industry of monetized bullying. Right? And it's like, what power do I have? I'm just the little small guy. Right? If I don't respond, they continue the bullying. And it never goes away, and you know what I mean? If I do respond, I fueled the bullying. So it's like, no matter what I do, if I respond, if I don't respond, it stays, and it continues, right? Like right now, there's people legit pissed off that I will not respond to their bullying. I've been completely ignoring certain groups of people who every day talk about me. Why? Because they don't deserve my time and attention, and just talking about it gives them what they want so they can keep that circle going of hatred and bullying, right? But that drives them nuts, so now they'll bring me up again, and then they'll bring it, you know what I mean? They're never satisfied. So why is it allowed? Why is there an entire shows of that on YouTube? Why is that not stricken from YouTube immediately or flagged for demonetization? You can't make money on it, so make the content, but you ain't gonna get anything as a result of this, right? That's what should happen. All of that content should be flagged, and once it's flagged for demonetization, guess what? They'll all go away, because the only reason they're doing it is for money. They don't do it for free, for fun. They want to make bucks on it. That's why they're doing it, right? So, that's exactly what should happen. But, is YouTube doing that? So, the cycle continues. I sit here, I do nothing. I just play games, have fun, chill with my audience. You guys sometimes bring up drama, and I'll, respond to that, but I'm not going to sit here. Like, for example, I didn't even watch that Turkey Tom documentary on me. I'm not going to, right? Yet everyone talked about it. And now Turkey Tom got additional videos out of it just because you guys talked about it and I responded, right? So that's the cycle. It's not even I have to bring it up anymore. It just comes up in natural conversation, and that becomes their content for the day, right? It's fucked up. It really is. So, I don't know what to say or do about the future. All I can say is, here's what I will tell you all. First of all, I apologize I was not here on time today. I'm going to tell you now what we're going to do today because it's a very different schedule. But good news is we're going to get this lingering Starfield done with. All right, we are. We're finally going to finish it today, have it done and stuff like that, okay? But here's the deal, all right? Here's what I can promise you. All right? Here's what I absolutely can promise all of you. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to go cry in a corner. I mean, it hit me bad today, and I almost did that. Like, that's literally almost what I did today. Thankfully, my wife pulled me out of that. Okay? And I am so grateful to have her in my life forever. You know what I mean? So, thank you for understanding what's going on. A lot of you have reached out to me and said very nice things, and I appreciate that. And I just want you to know I'm not giving up. I love what I do. This is the best thing that I've ever done for work. This is the most meaningful thing that I've done publicly. You know what I mean? Privately, yes, my marriage is the most important thing. But publicly, abso-freaking-lutely, being a live streamer, content creator, having this relationship with you every day, enjoying games, sharing our passion, having meaningful discussions, right? Relaxing with each other. All of that. That is 100% so meaningful to me. I'm not going to give it up because of this kind of action. I refuse. All right? That is the antithesis of who I am. Remember, what I used to tell you guys is when people used to hate on me for stuff, it motivates me. The hatred, being told that I'm not good enough, I'm a piece of shit, I'm this, I'm that, I'm on level 1. When you say that about me, you actually give me strength. Because now my resolve is redoubled to prove you wrong. That I will still be here no matter what. When this world goes to shit, I will still be streaming. When all of my contemporaries are falling apart and they're demonetized and they can't make a living, I'll still be here. All right? Right now, if a chasm opened up in the middle of my front street and Satan came out of the chasm for me, all right, I would jump into the fucking chasm with Satan. I would drag him down to hell. I would shove my hand up his fucking ass, all right? I would rip his head off like a fucking puppet. And then I would climb out of the chasm and I would turn my stream on to be with you guys. I don't give a shit about any of this bullshit. None of it is ever going to stop me. You understand? I am going to make content how I want to for as long as I possibly can. It will be me who decides when I stop making content. Nobody else. Me. I will determine that date. All right? It will be me. So understand that. Doesn't matter what people say or do. It doesn't matter what kind of nonsense they make up. It doesn't matter the level of harassment that I get. None of this matters. I will still be here to chill with you. I know that sounds crazy.